If you're not with someone in their joy, at least you should be there in their grief. Every soul, irrespective of whether it is human or animal, whichever soul it is, it deserves a dignified goodbye. So that is where we step in the dead body transportation, both domestic and international. So we do both domestic and international body transportation. We take care of all the documentations that is required.
Wherein rituals are usually the bridge between loss and healing, right? What are few innovations that you all have tried in the journey the past 2 years officially?
Right. People plan for everything. They plan that, okay, I want to get married this way, so my housewarming is going to be this way. Everything is planned. But they don't realize planning the funeral, their own funeral, is also equally important, because you don't have a voice at that point of time to tell that I want to be sent off in a certain way. We plant one sapling for every 10 souls we have touched. That is, we take the responsibility of whatever we can do on behalf of them for the nature.
Today, Just Curious India, probably this episode is going to start with a nice story. A monk lighted a small lamp for his late teacher by the bank of a river. Another monk came by and he was like, will this tiny little light, take away all the darkness of the night, is what the question was asked. And that's when the monk said, maybe not the night, but definitely it changes the darkness inside me. So the moral being, seldom I guess we don't understand why we usually perform these last rites. Last rites are basically not something that is performed to help the dead cross over, but it is for people who are living to let go. So with this story, I'm sure you would have guessed as to which direction today's conversation is headed. I guess talking about life and milestones, we always prepare for big milestones like education, marriage, buying something. But are we ever prepared to face death and what comes after? Today, I think this episode is going to shock you, surprise you, educate you, and throw light on where India is headed when it comes to funeral service. Because in my studio, I have one and only Sowrabha Lakshman.
Thank you.
Hello, Sowrabha. Of
Hello,
course, you're
Rashmi.
the co-founder of Beyond Life Services.
Yeah.
I think firstly, welcome to Just Curious India.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
I know what a interesting and a very strange way to meet, but probably I think it is one of the taboos that needs to be addressed.
Right.
Probably throwing more light on this subject is need of the hour for India. And firstly, before I dig into the world of Beyond Life Services, what's up? How are you? And welcome to Just Curious.
Thank
What's
you
happening?
so
Where are you coming
much.
from?
So I'm from Bangalore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so life is good with a lot of purpose as to the right direction. God has shown the purpose of life,
Mm-hmm.
and being an engineer and turning into funeral director, it's been a wonderful experience for me for last 4 years now.
Oh my God.
So
Firstly, the designation itself is so unique and yet so hard hitting, right?
yeah,
Funeral director. So before I get into what funeral director designation means and what is beyond life and all of that, you spoke about purpose of life, right?
yeah,
I think purpose kind of comes as a byproduct through some accidents or through some realization or reflections because of an uncertain event. So what
Yeah.
was it for you?
See, what I believe, purpose of life has different meaning for different people. For me, it was like I would say we accidentally, because we are 3 partners in this
Beyond Life?
Beyond Life.
Mm-hmm.
So it so happened. Like I said, I am an engineer. So we just happened to see a lot of people not able to arrange for the funeral services. If you go back during pandemic time and see, we could see it was not at all organized. They were organizing for oxygen cylinders. They were organizing for other things like beds, everything. But what comes last? That is the last final thing. There is also a saying, that sacrifice or the true meaning of life, it is when you can do something for someone who cannot do anything back to you.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So I think that is where everything fell in place for us. So we saw families struggling to get purohit on time, struggling to get puja samagris on time, and purohits performing the rituals properly. And also looking at the current generation. See, for example, for me, in my family, it's my dad. For everything, my relatives call my dad and they'll be like, okay, this incident has happened.
I'll take their
What
opinion.
exactly? What is the next thing to be done? But imagine after this generation, whom does the people whom are they going to call? Because from joint family, now you just see it is nuclear family. It is just husband, wife, and 2 kids.
And in some cases, not even the kids.
Not even the
Just
kids.
the husband and wife.
Right. And now if you see with children studying abroad or working abroad, parents staying back here, right? And no matter how much parents would have wished that their children should go abroad and study and everything, but this is when it is need of the hour. It's not purposely they are doing it, but they are not able to be here at the right time. Children are not able to come back at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
So all these things led to Beyond Life Services, where we understand death is inevitable, but how we handle it, how we handle the situation,
Mm-hmm.
it makes a lot of difference,
Wow.
right?
So how do you handle situations, as in, of course, being a country like India, wherein we are too headstrong when it comes to rituals, when it comes to belief system, when it comes to family, uh, rituals and processes, is it easy for you to, corporatize this and, put a process wherein this can also be outsourced? How have they opened their arms to a very sensitive and a taboo subject like a funeral service?
Right. The first 2 years, it was just like you mentioned, it was all groundwork we had to do.
As in?
So we had to understand, in India, if you just go back and check the, caste and subcaste list, okay, you get to know how many types of rituals are there. And each caste, say for example, if I tell you Brahmin, okay, in Brahmin, there are again different subsects. Like we have Madhvas, we have Smartas, all those kind of.
Konkan Brahmins.
Exactly. Exactly. So each ritual is different.
Mm-hmm.
So first we had to study about, okay, what kind of rituals need to be done and what are the puja samagris that is required and how do we have purohit all time. See, if I have to give you an example, last week Navratri, so all the Bengali purohits were occupied. Okay, but then we had 4 to 5 Bengali families. They had an incident. So one's mom passed away, someone's sister-in-law passed away. We got a call, and then we spoke to them. And we have pandits who go for performing last rites because they have gone and tried in all their community circles. So any incident occurs, the first place they go is their community
Right.
circles. Once they did not get any help there, they approached us and we were able to arrange for end to end. That is, from the vehicle, the Pandit went to the residence, performed all the rituals. He again went to the crematorium, he performed all the rituals, and all the samagris were taken care of. The decoration, the hearse van decoration, everything was taken care of. So what we look at is the family, once we receive the call, once we understand their requirement, the basic things, we just need basic things. So once we
Basic
understand
things as in?
their gotra, what caste they belong to, their gotra, and male or female. So there are some basic details that is required. So as per that, the further things will be planned. So there is again a funeral planner in our team who will understand the requirement, and from there we will be booking the slot, because for electric cremation there is slot booking that needs to be done online.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Why is that?
So that's how it is. Like it comes under BBMP. So there is a website where we'll have to select the slot timings. There will be different machines, say A and B machine. Usually it is 2 machines in each crematorium. So we will have to choose the available time slot. That is to avoid the clash they have done. So once the slot timings and all the details are put, the slot is booked. So as per that, we will have to take care of further arrangements. that needs to be done. So we allow that time and space for the family to grieve peacefully. I know it is two contradictory words, grieve peacefully, but that is what is required, that space for them at that point of
So
time.
that they don't have to worry about
Yes.
taking care of the errands. So
Yeah,
that you guys are there to handle that. And then now
exactly.
they can grieve.
Peacefully.
I think you opened too many windows for me to dive in. So, firstly, funeral services as in beyond life services. What all do you offer? What happens the minute I call you?
Okay. So I'll just tell you what all services we provide. So the first thing is the cremation services. Like I said, we have electric cremation, wooden cremation, burial. So these are the options that we have right now.
Oh,
Okay. And there is also sometimes the requirement of freezer boxes. Okay. And we have mortuary services just in case if people want to preserve the deceased for more than 24 hours. We have mortuary services as well. And next comes the dead body transportation, both domestic and international. So we do both domestic and international body transportation. We take care of all the documentations that is required, and all the procedures like embalming. There is a procedure called embalming that needs to be done before we fly the body from one place to another. So like I said initially, if we are getting a case, so once we confirm the case from the family, from there everything is taken care by our team. So when I say embalming process, and then again there is also cargo clearance, and there is a different type of packing that needs to be done. The body needs to be packed in a certain way.
are you comfortable talking about it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, because I mean, these are all very sensitive,
I know.
yet people hardly know of these things. And there are few instances that we've seen even in Karnataka wherein somebody passing away abroad, in the celebrity space.
Yeah.
And only then these kind of things come up.
Correct.
But generally, you guys see a lot of cases,
Yeah,
is
we
it?
do a lot of cases. See, like you mentioned, one of the unique services that we have provided till now is we bought a body from US. Unfortunately, the kid had fell in the hot water bathtub. Okay, and he had burns on his face and little bit here or there on the shoulders. So we had to literally do a makeup to cover up those burns so that the body is more presentable. The reason why the body needs to be presentable is that should be the memory that the family should carry, or friends, or anyone who is coming there to see the deceased.
The last impression, the
Exactly.
last mark should be.
Yeah, they should not be carrying something that they have not seen that person like that during his lifetime.
Oh,
So that is so much important. It means a lot. Trust me when I'm saying this, it means a lot for the family. So that is why you see why celebrities are decked up once they are no more, and then they are placed in the viewing.
what do you call that?
That is, they do the makeup and everything.
What's the term
I
for
just
it?
mentioned decked up. They're decked up.
Decked up, okay. Got it, got it.
So
I think we saw this in the case of actress Sridevi also, I guess.
exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because that is what, she had so many fans. Imagine fans seeing her, like they would have maintained a certain way how they look for the public, and being a celebrity and everything. They don't, not only celebrities or otherwise also, the family doesn't want, usually they don't want others to look at them in some other way, other form, other than how they were. And usually you see them, some people wearing they put the specs also
Oh,
while keeping the body for viewing. That is because that is how they have lived, right?
last rites. These are all
Exactly.
the things that, these are the layers.
Exactly.
This is what you all handle.
Very small things, but it makes a huge difference.
So, after embalming,
Yeah.
then cargo clearance, and then
Yeah, that is how then we receive the
the
body here.
makeover even
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
that is
deceased.
yes. We have makeup artists who do that.
Must be very hard, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And after this?
yeah, and after that the body will be delivered to the family. And yeah, then from there all the rituals and everything again will be taken care by our team. And after this, not only beyond life, We also cater to patient shifting. So we have a service wherein we shift the patient by road and by air ambulance. That is, air ambulance is something that everyone knows. But imagine people who cannot afford air ambulance. So air ambulance is somewhere around roughly around 10 lakhs minimum. Minimum cost of air ambulance is 10 lakhs. What if someone cannot afford that? So we have an option wherein we can shift the patient by train. So we set up the whole ICU and the monitoring system in the train bogie itself,
Oh my God.
and bed to bed shifting is done. And we have a doctor who will be monitoring, and the case handover is taken from the treating doctor in the hospital. Our doctor will go to the hospital, will take the case sheet, will understand what is the condition of the patient and what kind of medications needs to be given. Everything, each and every detail is taken, and we will be having a nurse who will be accompanying them in the train. So everything is taken care of. We carry the medicine, we carry the food, everything for the patient. So bed to bed transfer is taken care. That is one more service for people who cannot afford air ambulance. They should not be, you know, they should not be in a situation where they'll be like, I wish I could have shifted. Those kind of things.
Got it. I think there is this line from Socratic wisdom: to live well is to prepare to die well.
Exactly.
So dying well, rather. I mean, I'm actually so surprised and shocked as to, these are all usually unorganized.
Very much.
Very unorganized, and
Very
slowly
much.
how you all have streamlined it and stuff. So, who's your customers? Like, I mean, since you're based out of Bangalore, so pan India, you offer the service.
All metropolitan cities right now. So we are operating in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, and Pune. Like you just mentioned, even in the intro, like you just mentioned, people plan for everything. They plan that, okay, I want to get married this way, so my housewarming is going to be this way. Everything is planned, okay? But they don't realize planning the funeral, their own funeral, is also equally important, because you don't have a voice at that point of time to tell that I want to be sent off in a certain way.
I think nobody talks about death, forget the funeral.
Yeah.
So what happens now? I mean, I'm a very practical person, and I have seen death from a very close space. I mean, when I lost my mom, it was a shocker, and I know what I went through emotionally, and still there is something that struck me. I wanted to donate her eyes, and that is all that happened. And later, I think, like you mentioned, the family, one of the decision maker of the family, he had taken care of all the rituals, and then because obviously the immediate family will be in shock, and then they
Yeah.
wouldn't want to get into all of this. Having seen that, but now also after listening to this, now if I want to enroll myself to this service, walk me through what happens. Like what happens, like
Okay. So there is
while
something.
I'm
Yeah,
alive,
yeah.
how can I plan my funeral?
Okay. See, there is something called as funeral pre-planning. So where we sit with the family or the individual, we try to understand how they want to be sent off. There are cases where people want to donate their eyes, and we help them in filling the organ donation form, and we connect them with the eye bank. And once we get the information from the family, that immediate family person, that this incident has happened, we'll be coordinating with the eye bank, and we'll be getting the eye donation done. That is one part. Second thing, we will sit with them and we'll have the options with them, like how many people you would want to invite, or do you have certain people whom you want us to call and inform that this incident has happened.
Oh, you take care of that also.
Yeah, everything. And then how you want the decoration to be done. We had a case wherein that person wanted to feed 100 people post his death, and he did not have any other
Ask.
wishes. He just wanted to do that, and he wanted the cremation to be very simple. No big decorations, hearse vans and all, nothing. A very simple cremation was done, and 100 people were fed, and he did not believe in performing the
Rituals?
rituals and everything, and that was not done. It is as per his choice.
Who was it? I mean, this person had a terminal illness, or it was?
No, he was around 80-85-year-old
Oh,
person.
okay.
So once he got to know that this kind of service exists, that is how we went.
He had enrolled.
Yeah, he had enrolled.
Usually, now talking about enrollment, what is the timeline from what time to what time, as in the age limit, do you encourage people to enroll?
See, it is just like you can plan any.
It's like buying an insurance. Right?
Exactly, I was about to say that. So you can plan any point of time, because it is going to be a legal document that is going to, one document is going to be with us and one will be with the family. So at any point of time you feel to alter it, you can alter it. So
if I have to enroll now today, what are the documents required? Of course, like you will sit with me to understand.
Yes, my team will sit with you. There will be a counselor who will be sitting with you and who will try to understand what are the things that needs to be done. So for example, like I said about the organ donation, it could be inviting like informing certain people or anything it can be, or if they have a choice of giving certain kind of written gifts on the 11th or 12th day of this thing, that also can be done from our end, and we will be telling them this is going to be the approximate costing, and they'll be paying it upfront, and it is going to be with us, and once the incident occurs they'll be informing us, and from there we'll be taking care.
It's just like wedding planner.
Exactly.
It's the funeral
Yes.
planner, and what happens
Yeah.
after.
See, what I look at is in next 15-20 years, just like you have a family doctor, you have a official event planner in the family, there will be a need for a official funeral director to be part of the family. That is how it's going to be.
Any idea why this designation is called funeral director and not a planner?
See, planning is something when you have a lot of time. So when I'm saying it's a funeral director, see, for example, we get a call by 1:00, like 1:00 in the afternoon, and we'll have to ensure everything is set and sorted and done by 5:00. So you don't have time to plan. You only have time to direct at that point.
Interesting. True that. Hence the name.
Yeah.
So, so what happens after my registration? What's the kind of money I should be spending? Today I'm 41. Let's say I come to you. The team will talk to me, counsel me, and all of that. Is there a plan as to the kind of money that I have to spend?
Yeah,
and
like
all of
I
that?
said, depending on what you want to do. So my team will sit with you. They will explain you the breakup, the cost and everything. And then you will be asked to enroll.
So there is no fixed cost, like,
It can start from somewhere 25,000-30,000.
And it will go up to?
Lakhs together.
Depending on
how
the scale and
exactly.
what you would want to do.
Yeah.
So of course, when you were speaking about multiple services available, some being the burial, which has electric cremation, wooden, and even burial. So I was just going through a data which basically spoke about how India performs 10 million cremations annually, out of which 15% follow standardized dignity or tracking process. So how have you all included dignity and tracking a process here?
First thing is, what we look at from beyond life is empathy, compassion, and dignified farewell. This is what we promise the families who approach us. Because today, what happens, empathy and compassion is one thing missing in the world. So that is where we come in, and it's like every single person in my team. It can be the driver, the purohit, or the person who is directing or planning the funeral. One thing we embed is empathy. How you talk to the family. That is the first thing. And every soul, irrespective of whether it is human or animal, whoever it is, whichever soul it is, it deserves a dignified goodbye. So that is where we step in. Even we also do pet cremation, for that matter. So when we have families who have lost their pet, and we help them to bid a proper dignified goodbye for their pet also.
So dignified farewell, can you walk me through what's the difference between farewell and a dignified farewell?
Okay, so see, when I say dignified farewell, if you look at instances or situations, everything you can take reference from pandemic itself. How the bodies were treated. at that point of time. See, imagine, okay, I'll put it across this way. Imagine your grandmother would have, been with us. She would have raised you from the kid, everything, okay? And on the last day, you see that she's not sent off in a dignified way, like certain rituals that needs to be done, or the purohit who is performing the ritual, he needs to be compassionate and empathetic enough to understand the mental state of the family, and the person, kartru, what we call, the person who is performing the ritual, will be in an equally grieving state. And in spite of in being in that state, he has no other choice other than performing the rituals. So our purohits are also trained so that certain rituals, when they are doing or when they are performing, it is put across in a very empathetic way. So that person is made to understand why certain rituals are done, why are we performing this, how is it going to help the soul. So all this kind of thing. So these are very small things that matters. And also the way we handle the body.
Meaning?
Meaning, if you have noticed, there are situations where the bodies are not carried in a certain way. You can just you cannot just walk fast holding the stretcher. There is a certain way you need to walk till the vehicle. There is a certain way the body needs to be placed. And when we are taking the body out from the vehicle, there is a certain way that needs to be lifted and kept in a very respected way. So all these things, small things, it gives a lot of, somewhere the family will be feeling, right? They have raised me like this, and they cannot go and handle that also at that point of time, right? So these are the small things that we take care of.
Probably, what was your first experience of handling a service that
Okay.
you've taken for Beyond Life?
Okay, so we received a call from the family. They had lost mother-in-law, and there were 2 kids. So 2 children, they were staying abroad. Only daughter-in-law was at home. And she had to handle, it was in the late night, she had to handle everything. So she just called us and she told this thing has happened. I don't know what to do at this point of time. It was around 11:30 in the night. And first thing we look at is the doctor certificate. So if the death has happened at home, we will need Form 4A, something called as Form 4A. If it is from in the hospital will give the declaration stating that what is the cause of death. So we helped her to shift the body to the mortuary, and then all the records, whatever her previous treatment records and all were there, that she took it next day to the doctor, and the declaration was taken. And post that, we arranged for the funerals by the time her husband and brother-in-law came down.
What happens if there is no doctor certificate?
No, they don't. We cannot cremate the body.
Then you'll have to get that declaration or time of death and all of that.
Yes, everything
the
needs to be-
certification, you guys won't get it from the hospital.
We cannot get that from the hospital.
They have to talk to the hospital, get
Exactly,
a doctor.
Exactly.
And
We can coordinate. We can certainly coordinate, because what happens, I'll tell you. Unless we know the cause of death, unless doctor declares this is the timing and this is what has happened, till then, unless we get the certificate, we won't be able to take it forward. Because we never know, right? We never know the cause of death. So that is, cause of death is very important. Once we have that certificate, from there we'll be taking care of rest of the things.
So this was your first experience.
Yeah. And after that, the daughter-in-law who called me, her husband, he called me and he was like, I'm really grateful to you. You handled the situation well, and only my wife was alone here. And he thanked. Somewhere that was like, okay, we are able to do something for people who are in this state. So they say that, right? If you're not in joy, like if you're not with someone in their joy, at least you should be there in their grief. So that is something that struck us, and we were like, okay, let us put this in proper place. Let's organize the whole thing. Why it's not working out? And we also heard a lot of people telling, crematorium ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಹಂಗಾಯ್ತು, crematorium ಅಲ್ಲಿ they were rude, they were not it's not easy to approach people who work in crematoriums, those kind of things. But the actual fact is, when we went there, we personally visited. all the cremation grounds, it's not how
People portray it to be.
yeah, because we also organized health camp for cremation workers, cremation ground workers, and empathy starts from there, because they are the people. Without them we won't be able to perform anything, right? So, and they are the most neglected people in the society, I can say. No one really thinks about them.
You've spoken to them, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were so happy, and that excitement that okay, there is someone who is coming to do a health camp for us. Okay, those kind of, they have expressed it openly. I think yours is the first company who has come forward to organize a health camp, and
It's very tough too, the kind of job that they have. I mean, when my mother passed away, I was very hell-bent on, visiting the electric cremation place in Banshankari. I was so shocked, firstly, looking at all the rituals, and eventually when I saw my mom being taken to that, the slab wherein they put the body and push it, tears were just
I know.
rolling, and it was such a mixed bag of emotions that I was carrying. Now I can only imagine what these guys must be going through every
Exactly.
single day, doing it for
Yeah.
an unknown body, but still emotionally they all must be very boxed. What do you think they
They
are?
are not emotionally boxed. They know the fact of life.
That is,
Like, end of the day, this is the truth of life.
this is the real truth.
Ashte.
End. The end.
They know that. And it's not like what people portray, I was little bit taken back when I met them. It's not at all like that. And once you start speaking to them, they also understand. They literally tell that, I was just checking with them why these garlands are thrown like this. I was just asking with them, like, how you're going to clean all these things. They were like, families are not in a state where they will be able to think, okay, I need to put this in this dustbin, I need to put this in this. They cannot do that, ma'am. That is why
Because-
we let it be there, and after each cremation we'll be clearing all the flowers and puja samagris and everything. So
What are few things wherein people who are working in crematoriums they're misunderstood? What are the points? One is this, yes.
one is that they're rude.
Mhm.
Second thing is they ask for money.
And they're drunk.
They're drunk. That is the third thing. They're drunk. Okay, so all these things are there, but when you actually go and meet people over there, at least we did not find anything like that.
Now, in 2020, I guess, 20 or 21, I visited Varanasi
Okay.
because people spoke so much about all the ghats, and then I was very curious to know what happens in Manikarnika Ghat. And I started off with Manikarnika Ghat. So usually they say you should go there in the end or something like that. I mean, the place was so vibrant. At the same time, I couldn't comprehend what was going on there. People are just walking down the lane alley. There are people just carrying
Bodies.
dead bodies with Ram Ram Satya with their own belief and then slogans. Then I go towards the end. I see Ganga Mata right there. Right side mein there is an entry. Wahan par bhi I saw there are different types of piles. Like different piles will have different monies. Like if the caste is upper caste, then they have a different wood and all of it, and they're all negotiating, and there is one Agni there, which is basically Shivka Agni, and it's been there forever now, and they give the Agni, and you just go past the pile of wood area, and there you see the bodies are just being burnt. They've dipped the body in Ganga and then put it on the pyre and all of that. So now, I mean, it's quite a brave and I don't know, a very not the scene that you see every day.
Yeah.
But when it comes to wood cremation, we're all curious to know. Mostly in India, it was electric cremation. I've been told, as per the data, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Delhi, Tamil Nadu, electric crematorium infrastructure, only 40% are fully functional at all the times. Before I get into the electric cremation, who chooses these wooden cremation and all of that? What happens there?
It's the
How
family
cost
who
effective
will
is it?
decide.
Depending on their ritual,
depending
no?
on their rituals or depending on
Belief.
the time taken, the cost factor. Electric cremation is slightly cheaper than wooden
How
cremation.
much does it
So,
cost today?
so today, electric cremation somewhere in 25,000 you will be able to do end-to-end cremations. When it comes to wooden cremation, it depends again from crematorium to crematorium, and somewhere it starts from 25-30,000 and it goes up depending on the crematorium.
So in Bangalore and in India, are there enough wooden crematoriums?
Wooden is less because people are shifting to mostly preferring electric cremation. One is it is faster, it is comparatively it is clean. When you compare it with the wooden cremation, it is less messy, and it is just the body is taken inside the machine and you can leave immediately.
How much time does it take for it to turn into ashes?
For electric, 30 minutes maximum, 30-40 minutes it should be done.
Imagine a life lived for
Yeah,
so many number of years, I don't know, 70, 80, 90, and
yeah.
just burnt to ashes in 30 minutes.
Since you mentioned about Varanasi, we had a family where the grandfather wanted to breathe his last in Varanasi.
Yeah, I believe people do that. In the last day,
We
they
shifted
come
him
in.
from here till Varanasi, and he breathed his last, and there all the cremation was performed over there.
Oh, that also you guys do.
Yeah. And we did live streaming. We live streamed the whole cremation process over there to the family who is here as well as the family who was sitting in Melbourne. So we did the live streaming.
So what's like your team? Like, what's your team like?
As in, like, we have a 24 hours call center, so wherein people speak in all the languages. So Kannada, Hindi, Telugu, Marathi, all languages, Malayalam. And we have on ground, we have drivers, we have purohits, and we also have rudalis.
Who are they?
So rudalis are women who cry in the funerals.
Oh, I was told of this. This is a culture up north, right?
Yeah, in north.
Mm.
So rudalis are there, and we have the band set, flower decorators, different kind of hearse vans. So all of these make our team.
So what's the team size number?
In Bangalore, we are more than 50 plus.
Pan India?
Pan India, counting like take 50 in each city, so roughly around 300.
So when it comes to process people and faith, how do you manage the emotional sensitivity of families? Technical, technical, and at times probably legal.
So, like I
Legal
said,
issues, yep.
the first thing is, however emotional the person is there on the other side over phone, our team makes sure that they are calm, composed, they understand the situation that the other person is on the line, and that is the first and foremost thing. And second thing, legal thing, like I said, we go by the rules. We understand what are the rules that each BBMP. When you say BBMP, like I said, we have Form 4A, death declaration copies, and Aadhaar card or any government proof of the deceased is mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
So like this, we have different kind of death declaration is one thing that is throughout. It is mandatory. So we make family understand what is it that is required, and then we make sure all the originals are in the place. So and then we make sure any government ID proof is there. Like that is very important, because at that point of time, sometimes the incident just occurs so quickly. The person deceased might have kept their documents somewhere and the family will not know. There are situations like that. So we allow some time for the family to come back with the documents, or if there is something that we can help them with, like say Aadhaar can be downloaded online nowadays. So if we'll guide them at that point of time, how you can get the documents done and everything. These are the things. And talking about the legal point. So see, when I say legalities, there are situations where people don't they don't submit the original documents. They'll tell that they have the documents with, this is our initial learnings. Okay, they'll send us the scanned copy on the phone and everything. But then we understood, even before our driver who is going there, he'll make sure all the documents are collected, it's there in his hand, and it is sent to the team. The team cross checks, and then only the further proceedings will be done.
Hmm.
And when I talk about body transportation that we do domestic, there is something called police NOC that we'll have to take. So the immediate family member needs to be present in the police station. We'll assist them with all the documentation process. So we'll take them to the police station, and it requires that the police cross checks all the cause of death and everything, and then they give a declaration saying that they have no objection in transporting the body from one place to another place. So these are the legal documents that is very crucial.
What's the most complex situation for you all to handle? Like, is it suicide or is it, I don't know.
All comes, like, the complexity is in all shapes and sizes, because every day it is a new thing for us. Because what happens is, sometimes I'll give you one example. We had a case wherein he belongs to a Hindu family, but he's married to a Christian. Wife wants the rituals to be done as per Christianity, and the family wants all the rituals to be done as per Hindu culture. So we had to negotiate between the families. We counseled both the families, and we came to a point where we will perform both the rituals. Then we had a pastor coming in. He performed all the rituals as per the Christian this thing. He read the Bible verses and everything. He did everything. And once he finished, the Hindu Purohit, he performed all the rituals as per Hindu this thing. And then the electric cremation was done. So this is how
I
it
can
is.
so connect to this because I'm married to a Christian and
Okay.
I'm a Hindu.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, is this how my future is going to look like? Jokes apart, I think these are all very heavy topics. Like they say, once we are gone, we are not here to see the drama.
Yeah.
But at least here we are seeing people's drama and what's happening with the world and the experiences. So, so far, I think officially you guys have been around for 4 years.
Yeah.
With the registration
Officially
and all
for
of
2 years.
officially 2, but have
We
been
are
doing this
working
for
for last 4
the
years.
website and all of that for
Yeah.
4 years, right? So, what's like your journey in terms of acquiring people for this service? Like, how many consumers or customers?
Families.
Families
Families
probably
is what we would like to address
address
them
them
as.
as. How many families have you all touched?
We have touched more than 6,000 families now. So we have helped in all sorts.
So, usually in a day, how many calls do you all get?
See, roughly in a day we do about 5 to 6 cremations. Bangalore, we do that many.
As you're speaking today,
Yeah, around 5.
5
Yeah.
things are parallelly happening.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That is how it is.
I was not aware of all of this, but thanks for educating and enriching our knowledge about these things. All right. So, different cultures. You're talking about Malayali culture. And what's like the strangest culture that you've seen?
Parsi.
You've done that?
We are not like, we are trying to connect with them, but mostly they have everything in their community. But
It's the same thing wherein they let the body
Yes.
on the
yes.
terrace of the building. They let the vultures come and feed.
Yeah, that
or-
is, it's not exactly terrace of the building. If there is a place, even if you see in Bangalore, it's there in Hebal. So yeah. So they keep the body on the open well, and the well is grilled. The well, mouth of the well has a grill on it, and the body is kept there. And once the thing happens, the bones are let inside the well. That is how the cremation happens.
Very, very different and shouldn't be coining scary, but it's a ritual and
See, it is a taboo. People are not ready to talk about it. They don't want to, like, even there are instances when I have told them that I'm into funeral services, they're hesitant to continue the further conversation also. There are situations like that. But there
so
are also people.
sorry?
Yeah, it's okay. There are, but there are also people who are like, okay, such service exists. Okay, I would like to have your number. I would like to share it in my groups. It's going to help someone. All these things. We also have something called post funerals for the family. We also have people who can counsel them
Oh.
in case they are going through. They're not able
Shock,
to.
depression,
Yeah,
anxiety,
yeah, yeah.
whatever.
So we have doctors who can counsel them, who can help them, handhold them throughout the process. So
So very well thought through. Hmm. Most of your families, where are they based off? Like India or outside India?
we have mixed families approaching us, but like for cremation, mostly parents stay here or the family is here or the children are abroad. So that is how the calls we get.
Hmm.
Otherwise also, what I see is people want this kind of service, but they don't know it exists. They are open for this kind of services because it is just like any other any other like say for example, if you say Zepto, Blinkit, Zomato, Swiggy. Initially there were people who were like, who will take this service, who wants to order it, I'll get all my stuff myself. But then once you get used to it, once you know the importance of the service, it is slowly people have started accepting, okay, there is something called funeral service and it is professional service,
Mm-hmm.
and we can approach them and they take care of everything. So in last 4 years, this is what we have seen, people are open for it, and we have families throughout, so they approach us for different kind of services.
What do you think is the toughest part for you to crack or the bridge to cross
As in, like,
when it comes to
Hmm.
funeral
Hmm.
service and direction
Hmm.
in India as on 2025?
Like I said, there is one set of people who are ready to take the service. There is another set of people who will be like, you're making money out of death. That is the mindset they have. So
How do you handle it?
like for example, okay, for example, when I get a call, okay, when we tell them, so and so thing, this is what happens and this will be the charges, they'll be like, you're making money out of death. They tell us this. We'll be like, okay sir, if you want to take the service, you can take, or else if there is anything else that we can help, we'll do it.
You
Then
don't take it to your
no,
heart or
no, because we
doesn't.
know what we are doing, we are clear about it, we are helping. See, you cannot tell someone that you're making money out of wedding, right? Because there are so many things involved when you're
It's
planning
time, effort,
everything, and you have a very short duration of time, because in Bangalore it is like morning 8 o'clock it starts and evening 5 o'clock is the last lot.
the cremation.
Yeah, 4 to 5 is the last lot, 8 to 9 is the first lot. So anything that happens needs to be done in this window, and we need to coordinate, the whole team needs to be coordinated, the family needs to be informed. And there are challenges where it can be anything, like family is waiting for some person to come from a different place, and we'll not be able to move the body on time. Time is one thing for us, like we make sure that everything is planned, family is informed. Unavoidable circumstances, we end up being little late, because of the many reasons. It can be sometimes family is so emotional that even we cannot tell them, okay, it's time that we move the body. We come across a lot of challenges. Like I said, every day is a new learning for us, every day. So we discuss, when we sit and we discuss, that is what we be like, okay, this happened, this is one of the case we got, it happened like this. So a lot of like things like this. Sometimes the body is in such state that the airline will decline taking it,
Why?
because
Why do they
a
do that?
swollen body or body that has already started to decompose cannot be shipped in a flight. It's not possible. So that is when a road ambulance is one option. So immediately we'll have to decide that decision making is very crucial for us. So what is that we can do? What is the best we can do at that point of time? That is important.
Challenges.
That is how the team is trained. So
I mean, listening to these rituals and the process and the nature of work, of course, it is emotionally very draining. I mean, how do you all like balance and, stay centered? Because every day you are witnessing loss, you are seeing emotions all over the place, and how do you ground yourself?
So first thing is, once you understand that this is the truth of the life, it's today someone else, tomorrow it can be me. So once you're comfortable saying that it can be me tomorrow, half of the thing is done.
How to firstly comfortably say that, because even if you blindly say it on the face, you really have to feel it and mean it, right?
Right.
So any tips on how somebody can cross that bridge? Because 20 years ago, probably if you had told me about death, forget 20, even probably a year or 2 years ago, I would have teared up, or I would have probably put a brave front. Maybe deep down, I would have still been like, okay, I don't know, it's something that scares me and all of that. But how to cross that bridge?
See, for me, I'll give you one instance. I studied in Sheshadripuram College. So I used to come in 79E bus, wherein it used to pass through Harishchandra Ghat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I never used to sit on the left side because there is Harishchandra Ghat there. I used to always sit on the right side, or I used to make turn away my face as soon as we pass there. But today, I feel like, today you're passing on this road, but tomorrow that could be the destination. So some deep thoughts run into me, and then over a period of time, in the beginning, when we started as helping someone, okay, we need to help the family, they're in crisis, grieving. What started like that, today we look at it as, like I mentioned, the whole purpose is something like every soul deserves a dignified goodbye. That is one thing. Second thing is the acceptance, as in, after looking at so many cases, looking at so many people, from infants till 100-year-old, oldies whom we have helped to reach their destination, each and every case, somehow it made us grounded. That being humble, being grateful, and thanking God, you have given me one more day, every birthday.
Because every day you're seeing
Yeah.
death from such a closed circle,
Right.
I guess.
So, and
Humbles you
also
down.
to maintain the mental balance, because sometimes some cases are, even we also feel, it's not that we don't feel anything.
Example?
Example, we had a case where in Pune, around 16-17-year-old boy, he had just went to get the breakfast. He has just spoken to his mom saying, I need to, I'm hungry, I need to get my breakfast, I'll call you back. And he's cut the call. He's gone on the bike, and he's met with an accident, and he's no more. And the cremation was done in Bangalore. They brought him to Bangalore, and we did all the cremation and everything. At that point of time, while booking the slot for him or while checking the documents, I was just feeling, imagine the state of the mother. So it's not that we don't feel, we also feel, but the way, like I mentioned, death is inevitable, but the way we handle makes a lot of difference. So first thing is, like I was talking to you, our mentor who has helped me, especially in understanding accepting the current situation, and not being judgmental about the family. They might be coming from a lot of things, we just don't know. There are situations where the children are not being able to take part in the cremation, and we have sent the kartru also from our end, and we have live streamed the all the rituals that is being done here. We have live streamed it. So first thing is not being judgmental about the family, whatever may be the situation.
So tough, right? Because it's very easy to judge. Oh, the son didn't come.
Exactly.
See, what a family.
Yeah. So once we judge, that is where our ground rule, compassion and empathy, is broken. So that is first thing we do. We also teach, or we also train our team that judgment is something that we don't do at any point. It can be anything. So the family is very much open to tell us their situation, and we'll be able to help them what best we can do at that point of time. That is one thing. And second thing, like I said, there are many techniques, like access consciousness is one thing that has helped me to calm myself. So that is something like we call it as running bars. So it's like clearing our mind space. So there
Oh.
are 32 points
Oh.
in our brain where access consciousness facilitator here in Bangalore, who has helped me in the practice. So wherein that has helped me a lot, like the judgment thing, as in not judging people or not judging the families for their decisions that they have taken. There was a scenario where a family decided to donate the body because they could not afford cremation, because donation is free and the hospital sends the van to the family. There are instances like this we get. So, and
I am again judging, giving a reaction. See, it's so tough, right?
so we spoke.
Maybe it is just a reaction like in awe or shock, saying, okay.
So we coordinated with the medical college, and the medical college took up the case, and they were able to coordinate with the family, and that is how it was done.
So now I'm more curious to know how have you cracked the access conscious points, right?
Hmm.
So how can, I mean, introduce us to what the concept is, what happens here?
So there are 32 points in our brain, and we have like different points for different things. Say we have something called time and space. So where we run the bar and we clear that.
What's the
So
bar?
say bar is that's a process where we energize those points. So say for example, there is a thing, right? You attract what you
Feel.
feel.
Like what you emit.
Yeah, and there is a loop that happens. Like for example, if you're attracting something in your life, though you're hurt because of that, after that is gone, again you attract the same thing, maybe in a different form. That is because of the loop. It is not, it is within us to attract. So
Okay.
why are we attracting? It is because that is what somewhere you have not cleared it. That
So how to clear it?
So this is again access consciousness is a process that I've been trained on, which I do it often whenever I feel my energy is low, whenever I feel my emotionally I'm drained, or whenever we are anything. It can be like the universe shows us the way to solve many problems.
We were talking about access
Yeah.
consciousness. So what is a bar? Like you mentioned about 32 points.
Right.
So what do you mean by bar?
So each point has its own significance. Say, for example, there is something called implant band. So implant band, and there is some implants within us to release that. If we are conscious about something, or we have some belief about something, or opinionated about something. It can be anything, or judgments, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And to release that and to let the free flow of the energy. So like that, there are different points, like for money, for creativity, sexuality. There are many points. So you need to be trained for that, like for 3 days. It's a course, proper course of 3 days, and you need to practice it post that, and you will be able to run it on others. You can run it on yourself, you can run it on others also. And there are, you can just check out on Google or YouTube. You get a lot of success stories, people like how it has changed them. Highly emotionally charged people coming down, settling down, getting subtle, being aware of the aware of that situation, how to handle it in a more appropriate way.
So 3 days, the course. Whom did you choose? Who was your guru?
So my guru and my mentor, her name is Jaljakshi Sudhindra. So she's the one, like my transformation as to what I was 2 years before to what I am now. There are two people behind that. One is Jaljakshi ma'am, I mentioned. One more is my coach called Dr. Karthik Narayan Reddy. So he is a fingerprint analyst, so, and a life coach.
Oh.
So they both have shaped me in a way that it's very difficult to describe at this point of time. If I look back and see that girl I was 2 years back, and if I see myself today, it's a long way that I've come.
What are the drastic changes that you've seen? Who were you before, and I mean, who are you now, and Within how many days could you see the change? Like you said, it's a 3-day course,
Hmm.
right? So like after 3 days, I mean, what happens?
See, like I said, it is a practice you need to do.
Like how
Um,
much time you have to give every single day?
no, it's just like 10 minutes is what you take 10 minutes to run your bars, and you can do it anywhere. Anywhere you
So
can
give me
sit
a
in.
sample of how to run a bar. I'm not going to do it this time because last time I tried, I started
I know.
coughing up. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's just like I'm going to run my implant bar right now. So it's just I have to do this, and I have to be aware of it, that I'm running, I'm letting go something. So,
Mhm.
and there are people, if you just look at the people before and after getting the bars done, it is as equal as the glow that you get is equal to the facial that you
Oh,
get it done.
really?
That's the kind of difference that we can
Wow.
see.
Wow.
And it is a process, like depends on what is that you want to achieve,
Mm-hmm.
what is that you want.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that, you will have to keep that practice,
So
doing that
usually
practice.
people access this for money blockage, emotional blockage,
Hmm.
anger issues.
Implant.
What is implant?
Implants are like some beliefs that you have. It could be about yourself, it could be about others.
Like insecurities or
Insecurities.
limiting
Yes,
beliefs.
yes, yes.
Could be people having problem with the way they look, the
Yes,
complexion,
everything.
whatever. I mean,
Yes.
body
So,
consciousness.
hmm.
All
A
right.
lot of things like that. And if you ask me how I have changed, one thing is, for me to be in this space, funeral space, I think God has like he has designed my life like that.
Hmm.
Before I started like a funeral service business, I got into access. I understood how to handle my emotions, how to control my anger, and be that person at at that space at that point of time. That is how the journey has been till now, and it has helped not only me, it has helped people around me as well.
Beautiful. Interesting. And I'm very curious. I would definitely love to host Jaljakshi
Sure, sure.
Sudhindra on
Definitely.
the show so that she can help me and my audience
Absolutely.
understand access consciousness
Right.
better, right? So you have different actions
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
through which you run those
Hmm.
bars.
Hmm.
Interesting. Can somebody try something looking at you now?
I can run on them, but they cannot do it on themselves unless they are trained to do that.
Okay, so you can run on me.
I can run on you.
Oh, is it? Wow, bring
I
it
can
on.
run on
So,
you.
like, what should be a starter?
Nothing. You just have to be.
As an example,
Hmm.
like, you can run bars on me for anger or examples. So, what examples like sexuality
I can run.
or
There are
implant?
main 8 to 9 points we can touch, and then post that you will feel. You see, either you can feel it at that point or you may not feel it. But the access will open up a lot of things for you in life.
Oh, wow.
It's not like, again, it's not that you have to mandatorily feel it. It's not like that. It will open up things for you at the right point of time.
Wow. And is this connected to manifestation as well?
Yeah, you can connect it.
Because end of the day,
Yeah.
how you feel, what you believe is anyways the
Yes.
antenna to send all your signals out there,
Right.
right? So it. Okay, now I'm curious. I think
Then she's the right
you
person.
should try some bars on me now.
Sure.
So here I am taking a demo of consciousness ka bar, right?
Yeah, we are running bars.
Okay. Sowrabha, I'll remember my name, no, after this.
For
Will I
sure.
still be Rashmi?
You will be.
What are you doing now?
So I'm first prepping up.
Uh-huh. Almost about to relax and sleep. So what did you do?
So I just run your bars. So I just activated your pressure points that is there. So this, as in when you feel, or when you feel like you're catching someone's energy, or when you feel that anything, it can be when you feel there is some blockage or emotionally ups, downs. So that is when I run these bars on myself,
Uh-huh.
and also I run on my family members and my friends.
So what happens when you run bars for others?
Hmm.
Can you read their energy
No,
or can
like
you feel what's happening to them or
not really. It's just exchange of energy that happens. When you run bars on others, you also run it. It's like you also run it on yourself. So it's
it's
like that.
amazing. Thank you for giving us a demo. I think we're all very curious about access consciousness and let me see where this curiosity
Sure.
takes me. Thank you. With the intervention of AI and
Hmm.
technology, how has it affected beyond life, the funeral services and all of that? So,
See, one thing is technology has definitely helped us reach the people who are in need of the service. So, like Casa Creative Labs is my another firm, which is taking care of reaching it out to people. Like Varun heads that firm. So that is how we are able to connect with people on digital platform whenever they are in need of the service. That is one thing. Second thing is, when you say technology, live streaming is one of the services that we offer, wherein even when we are getting asti visarjana done. So asti visarjana, when we do it in Srirangapatna, not like not everyone can travel so far and be part of the thing. So we have a option wherein we'll live stream the whole ritual that is being done to the family. Maybe they are in different cities, different countries,
oh
wherever they are.
wow.
So, and also there's memorial events that we do, that is in memory of, it can be from the organization, or it can be from the family side, or from the relatives. When there is a memorial service that is being done, we live stream it, and we also have the recording in place, and we'll give it to the family post that.
Is there something called eco cremation? I think I stumbled upon this idea wherein, the body is put in a
Yes.
seed kind of a bag and then it's
Yeah.
again planted.
Yeah, but that is not it in India. But they're experimenting on it.
Can you
So
walk us through what happens
so it
there?
is like a eco-friendly, like just like the flag that we have. So if we have this Independence Day flags, right? So after the event, you just plant it, and
The seed flags.
seed flags, the similar kind. There are these eco-friendly coffin boxes wherein the body is placed in that and it is buried, and post that the plant, it will grow.
Wow. I mean, looking at how innovation is controlling the world, one with use of technology, second is being sustainable.
Yes.
I stumbled upon one more idea. I think in Japan,
Hmm.
apparently they offer automated ash processing machines,
Mm-hmm.
and bones are apparently powdered mechanically and respectfully transferred into urns. So
Hmm.
that's one.
Hmm.
And I think this is something that I've seen it on Insta somewhere.
Hmm.
In US, I guess they turn these ashes into diamonds,
Yes.
and that's like a parting stone that they keep with
Correct.
them.
Hmm.
So where is India when it comes to all
Um,
these?
like I said, it takes some time. For first thing is, the talking about death, that taboo should be broken. Maybe post that, these things, people or the next generation might start accepting it. That is what I feel about it. Like, but yeah, there
Hmm.
are certain things like, we also, we can work on curating the placing all the things of the loved one, and making it like a,
Raisin art, huh?
yeah, raisin art, or those things are there, but this ash, converting the ash into diamond and all, it might take some time, because considering all the
The taboo and
taboo and the
the
religious beliefs
belief.
that we are carrying.
Like I think India comes from a place wherein people encourage the family members to not keep any remains of
Correct.
the
Right.
deceased, I guess, right?
Right.
So,
We also do customized coffin boxes.
yeah,
Yeah.
customized as in.
As in, we can do this depending upon the family's preference. If it is kids, the deceased is a child or a kid, so the Disney themed, or Batman themed, or the color choice of the family, and how much to the viewing, what is the window to be kept, what is the size of the window, because not everybody wants the whole body to be visible. They don't want to open the coffin like this and keep it. So that is when we'll have a small viewing portal near the face, and they can view it from there. So customized coffin boxes for Christian funerals, that option also we have. So
I'm sure your perception about life would have changed so much because you're dealing with death every single day. And I mean, how has it changed? I mean, how has your view on life and ambition changed after the journey with
so
beyond life?
So for me, living every minute is important. Wherever you are, be in that place, be in that moment. What is the maximum experience you can make out of that moment? That is life. So it's not like thinking about the future, worrying about the past.
Power
It's
of now.
just about power of now. That is life for
So
me.
easy but very tough to practice, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're always either in the past or worried about the future and all
exactly.
of it. Amazing. I think I had a person called Praveen who was part of the mortuary of Victoria
Right.
Hospital, right? So when I heard, I mean, thanks to Just Curious, this platform is a platform to meet people from different walks of life, different journeys, and the emotions being in all
Yeah.
extremes.
Hmm.
And I was so shocked when I heard about his journey, wherein every day is dealing with dead bodies,
Right.
right? When I think something even touched me very personally when he said there are some bodies that is just left, it is
Yes.
rotting, and after a certain time they take it and then they bury it. So, have you all faced any situation similarly?
As in, we have come across situations where people are not able to afford the cremation. Like I just mentioned,
Donating it to the
donating it. But like since I'm part of Rotary also, so Rotary Bengaluru Platinum City in collaboration with Beyond Life, so we have an option where we can help the underprivileged or people who are not able to afford cremation. We help them with the vehicle and the BBMP fees, so that the body is cremated in a dignified way, and it stands by our ethics, our morals, that every soul deserves a dignified goodbye, no matter who it is. That is what our
wow.
motto
So,
is.
somebody watching this, if they want to get in touch with you,
Yes, they
how do
can.
they,
So yeah,
reach
we have
you?
our helpline number
What's
24 by
that?
7 9902279257. So one of
All
our
right.
team member will pick up the call, and they'll help with the whole process as to
This is for registering to funeral service,
everything.
to the
Everything.
charity work that you spoke
Yes,
about,
yes,
and
everything.
all of it. So now that you are in the business of taking care of rituals, wherein rituals are usually the bridge between loss and healing, right?
Hmm.
What are few innovations that you all have tried in the journey, the past 2 years officially,
Right. Hmm.
so that you also feel grounded and the circle gets completed? Not just that being a business, what initiatives do you all take when it comes to CSR activities and all of
Right.
it?
So, like I said, we are three partners. So, one of my partner, Vinod, who is the one who takes care of all the ground level operations.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is when we started visiting the cremation ground, we understood what is the how we can help those cremation workers. So that is when that whole idea of the health camp came up, and then we started thinking how we can give back to nature, because when we talk about cremation itself, electric or wooden, it is the pollution. So then we started thinking how is that we can give back to nature, and we came up with the concept soul to soil.
What's that?
So, soil to soil, we did it, wherein we plant one sapling for every 10 souls we have touched. So, for every 10 souls, we are able to help them with the
Respectful farewell.
dignified farewell. We will plant one sapling. That is, we take the responsibility of whatever we can do on behalf of them for the nature. That is where
Where did
we
you
are.
do this?
So, this we did it near Kanakpura. So we are looking at better places or where the actual requirement is there.
Mm.
that is where we are trying to figure out the place, and we need to have this activity keep on going. And also we would like to involve the families who would like to be part of this, so that they can plant a sapling in remembrance of their loved one. Maybe anyone, it can be friend, colleague, family, anyone it can.
Interesting. What kind of saplings did you all plant?
So we had all these saplings which gives yield to the farmers.
Mm-hmm.
So like mangoes we planted so that it is going to help them. It shouldn't be something like we'll plant and they'll cut it after a few years. It shouldn't be like that. Something that will help the farmers is what we did.
So since you're in this funeral services in India, what's the biggest misconception about funeral services in India, Sowrabha?
Misconception is talking about death itself. People don't want to do it. That is the first thing. That they don't want to, like, say for example, if you take my family, if I sit and talk about, not now, like before we started the funeral service business, if we sit and talk about someone or say it happened like this, he passed away because of this, that itself is considered as
Like a negative connotation
negative
or
conversation. And second thing is the 11 days what time we give for the family to grieve. Instead of, what I would say is, instead of telling sympathy, showing sympathy in words, instead of showing it in words, if we can do something to help the family, say if you can send them food, if you can help them with any daily chores that they have to do but they're not able to do because of their emotional state, something like that, being with them. But people feel that being with them may draw something negative towards them. So that is the misconception and a taboo that we have to deal with, and making people feel comfortable and open enough to talk about this. It can be with your parents also. Talk to your parents how you want, because when you look at senior citizens, that is that they deal with that uncertainty. They're anxious about it. What happens to me when I leave? My kids are not here. What happens to me? Talk with them. Keep make them feel rest assured. Tell them it is taken care of. So when you have this open conversation, you're helping them deal with anxious feelings or uncertainty in a better way. What happens? They see that their age group people passing away or something like that they would have seen. That is when their anxiety creeps in.
correct.
But they don't express. So
We all go through at certain level, right? When
yeah,
somebody passes away, we'll be
exactly.
like, what's it going to be with me or something of it which we
Yeah.
don't express.
Correct. So nowadays, if you see depression, if you go back like 5-6 years back, there were like celebrities never, whether it is celebrities or common people, there was no this topic called depression. It was always like we are afraid to say I was going to a psychiatrist because I needed a counseling because I was going through depression. That thing was not at all there. But now when celebrities started talking about their mental health, and when people started emphasizing on how important mental health is, that is when now people feel it open to tell, I'm not well, my mental state is not well. Now they're okay. So it is in our hands to take this topic and talk about the funerals or the death, like just like any other topic.
True that. I didn't know that, Netherlands and Canada, apparently they are pioneering into aquamation. So an eco-friendly water-based cremation system and all of that.
Right. See, that is what all of the cremations, what it is the Panchabhuta. So
Sending it back to where we came
Ashte.
from.
That is the thing.
Either water, fire,
Mother Earth.
land, ground,
Yeah. So air. So that is the whole thing. Whichever part of the world we go, that is how the nature is and the God has created us.
I know we've had such a serious and a meaningful, a respectful conversation so far. With all due respect, if I can kind of just play a little rapid fire round with you, which is very warm and reflective in nature,
Sure.
would just want to add a little flair
Okay.
to a serious conversation we've had so far.
Sure.
Firstly, what's one ritual in beyond life that you will never compromise on?
Compassion and empathy.
The most peaceful place you ever stood at?
Crematorium.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because you just get to know the truth of life. Like, I just felt that, like, we were doing all these things, cremations and everything, we were organizing and everything. But the moment I stepped in there, first thing is, I come from a Brahmin family and little bit orthodox. So telling that, okay, I'm going to crematorium for certain thing itself was
A big
not
thing.
at all a thing few years back.
Right.
Then the moment I went there, um all your relatives just leave and go. The cremation is done and they just walk out. But that is the final place. That is where, that is the last thing happens. So I feel that is where you are actually peaceful.
So initially I'm sure you must have gone and taken care of all the funeral services. Today you attend to some of it, at least, like
Some
you
of
be on
it.
ground.
Yes. Depends on the situation. We have the funeral planner who goes to the place, who, in case there are more people who are coming in, or in case we have a high profile case, so those are the places where more of on ground coordination is required. We are there.
Crematorium or riverside?
Crematorium.
A smell that reminds you of closure.
When it rains, the smell that comes, that is something
Complete the sentence. Grief is dash dash dash.
inevitable.
The hardest thing about your job.
Emotions.
Handling emotions.
Handling emotions.
A word that describes your work. Ritual, service, or sacred.
Sacred.
Choose one. Sacred.
Yeah.
Being an engineer, I think you gave the story initially, like why you chose Beyond Life as a passion project of yours, and now which is a
Yeah.
path breaking and a pioneering service for India.
Yes.
So, when you look back, how do you enjoy the journey of these 4 years?
Like I said, it is an eye opener for sure. Like, I was working at Mintra Designs before as a content quality auditor.
Wow.
So from there, so till this point, the journey has been like a roller coaster one. And then that finding that I really want to do this. I want to do this particular thing. So Beyond Life has given me that purpose as to organize this whole system and try to be with the families during the toughest time. So that is what has given me, and I feel that maturity that has come to me as well in all last 4 years as to how to handle the situations, how to handle the emotions of the people, emotions of the family, and a lot of things like this. And like I said, it's been a great learning for me last 4 years.
There are a few myths that I would like you to bust them. Is it so that electric cremation is less spiritual than wood pyre?
Spirituality is here. So, like I said, it anything with Panchabhuta, whatever the way the soul is being sent off, it is the same thing, electric odin.
Is it so the families abroad can't perform Asti Visarjan remotely?
We can do that. We are doing it. We have also done cases where people have cremated the body in other countries and the ash is being sent to India, and we have done Asti Visarjana here. It can be in Varanasi or in Srirangapatna, and the live telecast and the video recording is being sent to the family. So, irrespective of wherever the family is, Beyond Life can help them with this.
A reply to people who make a judgment, as in death care service is exploited to get profit?
Time comes.
Time will answer.
Time will answer. Because people who have actually told me on face that this is one business that you're opting wherein you're making money out of death are the same people who have given me maximum referrals. Are same people who have referred me so many families, and they have called and told, okay, like this, it has happened like this, can you help them? So I think
it's an unorganized sector and it is getting organized.
Yes.
Probably any change initially is always rebelled or revolted,
Yeah,
and
that is there.
slowly I think that becomes a
Yeah.
norm, I guess. Any word of advice for people who find it very tough to say a goodbye? Because a good death always begins with a goodbye.
So, one thing is, I would say, whether they want to say goodbye or not, when the time comes, everyone has to leave. But being prepared, as in not only emotionally, it depends upon the person to person whether they want to prepare emotionally or not. But they can always prepare financially, they can always plan it, they can always have things in place so that the family is aware what to do when they are no more. Like, people have so many investments done, people have so many things done, and the family is not aware, and they will discover it one time. So when you are planning your funeral, automatically the will making will fall into place. Automatically, what all things you have, everything is listed in one place. So it is easy for anyone. It can be your spouse, your children, whoever it is easy for them that, okay, I know this is done.
So, any word of advice for people who are in shock or probably who will have some hesitation about planning my own funeral? What? Never. So, what could be a starting point to slowly welcome the idea?
So first thing is, they have to ask themselves how they want to be sent off. Ask yourself how you want to be sent off. Are you clear about it? So
Mm-hmm.
if you are clear about how you want your 50th birthday to be celebrated, if you already have a destination in mind, then this is also something people need to take it seriously. As a family, sit together, discuss with the family. I would like to be sent off in a certain way. I would like to be, we had one of the situation where a lady wants to donate her body.
Mm-hmm.
So we are helping her to plan that, connecting her to medical colleges, and after donating, what happens, and then all her financial things are taken care by a lawyer. So once you ask yourself how you want to be sent off, and also one more thing is, when the incident is sudden, when it happens suddenly, imagine what your family goes through. It could be financially, it could be emotionally. Think whether they are going to be emotional or they will be juggling around financial stuff, or how it is. But if you have everything in a place, they will thank you for that, for making their life easy.
I think lovely catching up with you about your journey, about your vision, and about beyond life.
Thank you
Wish
so
you the
much.
best.
Thank you.
Being a woman, especially, I think it's brave and quite a visionary that you are to, be in the space of funeral service as a funeral director and the founder of Beyond Life.
Thank you.
Pan India, how was the response? Because you're a Bangalorean,
Hmm.
so you being a Kannadiga, I'm sure yourself,
Yeah.
you understand the local emotion better.
Hmm.
And of course, with Beyond Life, how has India welcomed you? How have you embraced the culture and the rituals and aligning with their emotions?
Right. So, like I said, death has no, uh, you know,
No gender,
no
no
gender,
age,
no age,
no borders.
no borders, no culture. So that is how the journey has been. People in distress, they look at it as a blessing at that point of time. So that is how it has helped us, irrespective of whichever city we are stepping into. The city has welcomed the idea, including Mumbai. Mumbai and Kolkata has been
So today, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore,
Kolkata,
Delhi, Kolkata, right? So Mumbai and
Kolkata and
Kolkata,
Hyderabad also.
these are your
Yeah,
top three
yeah,
performing markets. So all the metros are taken care of.
yeah.
So what's your next plan like? Like you plan to go rural?
Rural, yes. We want to touch base rural.
I think it's going to be
And
easy because the psychology and the mentality is still very different when it comes to rural.
yeah,
Metro, I think people are more accepting experimental,
correct,
right?
correct. Once we start off with this, once we have metro cities in place properly, we can touch the rural, as well as we also want to look how we can have Indian rituals being performed abroad. So we are working with a couple of funeral homes in US as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Indians who are residing there, we are able to help them with the Hindu rituals to be performed in US.
So, as a human, how have you handled your insecurities? How have you handled expectations from your own self?
Like I said, I'm blessed with mentors in my life. So all my turning points is, I would tell, they are the reason why the way I have handled myself is because that is how they have shaped me. And and yes, I was also ready to be shaped, which is again played a vital role. So looking forward for a lot of things, learnings, and a lot of things actually.
Books that has changed you, that has touched you, like Atomic Habits touched me, Almanac of Ravikant, amazing book.
Wabi Sabi is one book.
Why?
Because the way of life, we make it so complex, and we think, like, say for example, if I have to give you in a layman language, I was just discussing with my friend the other day, iPhone 17 Pro and 17, no much difference, but then it's always that human beings want to have the best rather than making best out of what we have.
Wow.
So that is where I think I'm working on myself. It's not that I've achieved Wabi Sabi, but I'm trying to implement it consciously as to what I can do.
This is a Ikigai ka one of
Yes.
the
Yes.
thing like Hara Hachibu.
Yeah.
Uh, like that, this is also one of the practice.
One
right?
of the practice they have.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Lovely catching up with you, Sowrabha.
Same here.
Excited to see where you will go, and wishing you the best through the journey of life,
Thank you.
helping the world
Thank you.
accept the dead end, the physical dead end, death with grace through beyond life.
Thank you so much.
And until next time, lastly, I think it's a ritual on Just Curious India.
Mhm.
Whom would you like to nominate? Um, somebody who can add more inputs, more knowledge
Can I
to
nominate
the
two people?
to the community. Yes, of course.
So
Three.
Oh, wow, very nice.
3 would be lovely. 2 would be good.
Okay. One is my like two of my mentors, like I mentioned, Dr. Karthik Narayan Reddy. He has a very good insight about the education system. He's coming up with a Gurukula system as well for education. And my another mentor, Jaljakshi Sudhindra, who has shaped me in.
So lovely suggestions, and I guess death will not be the same after today. After having this conversation, thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
wish you the best, Sowrabha.
Thank you so much.
How was your experience on Just Curious India?
Amazing. I have been, like I told you, since my college days. I've been hearing you on FM, and it was such a pleasure meeting you today in person. And the way you have from FM to having your own podcast, and seeing the kind of guests you have in your podcast, it's really amazing and very inspiring.
I mean, thank you. I think it's the beauty of life. You know what you want to make of your own life.
Right.
Probably for me, it has always been that what next, and a genuine curiosity and the will to give in the best at everything that I do. Probably has helped me sail through the journey so far. I don't know what's the next chapter. I will just go with the flow, and happy and lovely meeting inspiring personalities like you as well.
Thank you so
Adding in
much.
your own flavor and contribution to the world through your hustle and your passion
Thank you.
project. So I have few treats to give you.
Thank you.
One is Sunday Love hamper from Polar Bear, the
Should
ice
I
cream
move
Sunday
this?
zone. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you so much.
And here is Happy Ball
Thank you.
for somebody who's dealing with closure in the form of death every day.
Thank you.
And lastly, I think it's an interesting book. It basically is titled "Let's Talk Humanhood is now with the you."
Beautiful.
It doesn't matter manhood or womanhood. I think it's an interesting title. It's a book by Chirashri Bose.
Okay.
So there you go. Please do enjoy this book.
Sure.
I'll be reading. So how do you devote time to your own self grooming or self care?
Mostly, I get time only during the day because night we never know like when we'll have calls to attend or when we'll have to support our team in few things or when we have international cases or calls like that. So I devote at least 1.5 to 2 hours for myself.
What do you do?
So mostly, like I said, I am also a follower of Isha. So I've just started my inner engineering practice, and November 1st and 2nd is my Shambhavi Mudra initiation.
Oh.
So that is one way. Spirituality is something that um, I'm just experiencing it now. Just
Interesting.
started.
So with Access Consciousness plus Shambhavi Mudra
Yeah.
and
Books.
the books.
I read books.
These are all your
Depends.
grounding tools.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, dear Sowrabha, what do I write for you? A little note. So in the world of perfect beginnings, thanks for giving us a perfect ending through
So sweet.
Beyond Life. Wish you more light and strength to empower the world. And take care.
Thank
There you
you.
go. So I guess, guys, today's episode is definitely an eye-opener as to how to understand life through the lens of death and funeral services, plus everything that we kind of explored. Access consciousness, a woman with a vision, and India venturing into the funeral services and the future, and lot in between. Thank you so much for opening your mind, opening your heart.
Thank you so
And
much for having me here.
until next time, guys,
Thank you.
do let us know from which part of India have you seen our episode. Of course, we are proud Bangaloreans and two women from Karnataka reaching through the world, beyond borders, through the power of internet. In the comment section, we would definitely love to see your recommendations as to whom would you like to see on this hot seat, or should we just say on this chat seat, or on this knowledge seat. Let us know. You name it, we have it. Until next time, this is your Rapid Rashmi signing out of Just Curious India. For people who have stumbled upon the channel recently, of course, who am I? Of course, with some questions coming your way. If you're wondering why Rapid, of course, I started my journey in Karnataka, in Bangalore in 2006 as Rapid Rashmi on the radio space 92.7 Big FM. My Kannada was so fast. That's when the rapid tag came in, and the name has kind of become my identity. Hence, here I come for you, India, continuing the same name and the legacy I've carried for 19 years in Karnataka, and there I go in front of you as Rapid Rashmi. I hope someday my English also gets there, as rapid as my Kannada is. The journey has just begun. Thank you so much. Until next time, lots of love, light, and care to you. Take care and continue to stay curious. Bye for now. Not a goodbye, huh? Just a bye.